Hey there, Coastal Bend. Chris Thomason, Channel 3 Sports Director here. Coach, I am fresh off holiday break. It's been a minute since I've seen you. I know you guys have still been in action, though. Good seeing you again.
Good to see you, Chris. Welcome back.
Well, thank you. I know I had some fun on New Year's Eve. You guys had some fun as well. You opened up Southland Conference play with a win over Northwestern State. Now, as I understand it, that was a pretty good back and forth game. So how proud of you were the guys for hanging in there and really pulling it out down the stretch?
Extremely proud. I mean, I thought, I thought that our guys have showed flashes throughout the season of the team that they can be. And, for probably a good 35 minutes, I felt like we played a really well-balanced game. Our defense was better. And then other than, a period where we didn't score very, very well in the second half, I thought that we played well offensively and shared the basketball and were very, very unselfish. So, I think if we can continue to get back to those things, then we've got a chance to be very good again.
Terrion Murdix had a really big game in that one. I want to say 19 points. Coming off his Southland tournament MVP last year, is he even better this year?
He's battled some injuries. He's battled some fatigue. But yeah, I think he's definitely improved his game. Northwestern State was a game in which, they switched a lot of ball screens and did a lot of different things defensively, and it allowed him to have penetration to the basket. And anytime you give him opportunities to drive to the basket and get into the middle of the lane, usually he's going to have, he's going to make good things happen for your team. So, the game worked out particularly in his favor, but at the end of the day, I thought that Terrion, especially after Christmas, has come back with a tremendous attitude and a will to win and, to play the game the right way and share the basketball and lead our team.
For you guys, you've got an interesting schedule now coming up this week. You've got back-to-back games against Incarnate Word. This was a team that was projected to finish last in the Southland in the preseason poll, but is it tough playing an opponent 2 games in a row?
You know what? It doesn't happen very often. It happened a couple times in the Big Ten, and it's odd, but at the end of the day, once you prepare for a team, there's very few adjustments that you can make from game to game unless you just scrap your entire system. So whether we play them, in January and then again in February, or we play them back-to-back in the same week, it's essentially the same thing because you're going to see at this point in the year, they've already have established their identity, and you're going to see what you see. And so while it's different, it's odd. I don't know that there's going to be a whole lot of change or variance within the 2 games.
Now, we mentioned, they were projected near the bottom of the standings. A week from Thursday, you've got a big one at home against Southeastern Louisiana, rematch of the Southland Championship game from last year. But how important is it for you guys to take care of business this week and these next 2 coming up?
Well, yeah, I was just going to say that. Like, you're thinking ahead to next Thursday, and I'm trying to figure out how to win Wednesday and Saturday. I mean, Incarnate Word took Texas A&M Commerce to overtime on the road last Saturday night, and I think their team has improved. They're young. There's a lot of new faces. But, it's 2 hours up the road, and that's a little bit of a rivalry. Fortunately for us, we'll have Incarnate Word, the high school, right? They're coming to the game. So it's Incarnate Word night on both ends of the floor, them coming to town, and then also, the local fans coming to the game. So hopefully it'll be a good atmosphere. But, we've got to worry about continuing to get better each and every day, each and every practice, each and every game. And I know that sounds cliche, but if we can continue to improve our team, I think we're going to have a chance to be very happy at the end of the season.
Well, I know you guys were coming back from Louisiana on New Year's Eve. So what does New Year's Eve at the Lutz household look like without Coach Lutz there?
Well, I'm assuming that they watched football and basketball on TV, and I know the wives were over to the house watching our game. Our New Year's Eve consisted of a Courtyard Marriott in Shreveport and then a 4:45 a.m. wake-up call in which we were trying to get on a 7:30 a.m. flight back, which did not happen. But you know what? We made it back safely Sunday, and we had a good practice yesterday. hopefully we'll have a good practice here in an hour or two and then get ready for Incarnate Word tomorrow. It should be a good game. Hopefully we'll have a lot of people come out and see it.
Well, at least you weren't stuck there, for a few days, I guess, like everyone else traveling over the holidays. So, Coach Lutz, I appreciate it. Good luck this week and the 2 games against Incarnate Word, and then we'll see you next week.
Sounds good. We look forward to seeing everybody Wednesday night.
All right, Coach Lutz and the Islanders taking on UIW at home Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, and then Saturday in San Antonio. We'll see you next time, Coastal Bend.